no mount meta. So the occult staffs usually going to come out at the start here. As you can see, we've got Lasagna Man 0, the 8-3 overcharge. So
Yeah, there it
this is a
is.
lethal match, by the way, you guys in chat. And every set in this match is probably going to run you about 25 mil ish, maybe more, depending on the quality. Avalonian Cape, by the way. Don't know if you spotted that on
Avalonian keeps are getting
Lasagna
played
Man,
more
the
and more.
energy discharge. See how
So
that
it's a
worked
lot
out
of
for him.
damage, but it's also a 15% damage reduction on a very low cooldown.
Yeah.
And so it's really good on the tank. You just melee that onto a bow, and it just shuts down so much damage. Or if you can time it right on that crossbow, is really good too. Both teams are playing the harpoon tech.
definitely nice. Unfortunately, he procs it on the tank, and also means he doesn't have a Mart lock against this backline meta. Not having a Mart lock is kind of scary. Lasagna Man forced to drop his res pot in the first sort of 5-10 seconds of being in the backline. So now with this Avalonian Cape, he is defensiveless, right? He is really not going to be able to play with any sort of aggression or confidence, because one false step and he is going to get absolutely deleted. Gym Addicted Man goes for the trade. Vonazera steps up. Cleric and
Great
Sunder
positioning.
gets onto Useless, but the pawn goes out. Googly should have this under control as they turn. Big Sunder onto Lasagna Man. Full. There's the bomb. He has no res pot. Might have to drop the Judy for this. Doesn't choose to drop it there. He wants to pull back and get his team some benefit from it. But yeah, without this smart lock, there's the Judy in the mid-range to try and get some space. Zero gets pulled in. Mortal Agony. Cleric goes off. No Purge available.
Jimmy Addicted Man's in a bad spot, man.
Yeah, he's popped back. He's back in his own
He's
Judy.
dead.
Oh, just
He should not have continued that pressure.
Yeah. Zero though. Oh, Zero might get traded. Nah, he's gonna get pond and saved. He doesn't actually have a cleric, so they thought they could maybe go for it. And Googly's on this blight staff again. I've said my thoughts on the blight staff. I am not a fan. Oh wow, that was
it's
that
nice
was not
he,
a big sack.
If he throws the elevated nature or whatever he's called out, he can't get flung or harpooned, right? So that's pretty cool. Also, Forsaken is playing Druidic, so no one here is playing one-hand nature, which is what we generally see. And if the higher levels one-hand nature tends to be worse, just because the tanks will cancel it so much more often. So having the two nature staffs that can't be canceled is interesting at this highest level.
Yeah, I mean, it does make a lot of sense. Like you said, a lot of people are reading the plays, looking for those interrupts. I mean, two things I don't like. Elevated Nature's output isn't terrific on its own, but the entire time you're doing it, stacks are ticking away and dropping, right? Like, I don't like the fact that it plays negatively around building and maintaining stacks. Oh, Sticky Pot Forsaken is, good route there onto Dimitri. Lasagna Man with the interception. Forsaken might have been in trouble, but now Gym Addicted Man once again, focus fire. Scholar goes down, swap back in. They put the Sacred Ground. Dimitri with the interception. They pull back aims, and Gym Addicted Man will survive this time. But Blue was able to sneak off and grab that cap, while Red haven't even managed to recover from this first rotation. That big 3-cap rotation for 50 Taz, and now they are well on the back foot with Googly Moogly trying to be safe, but he can still get rooted.
Can be rooted.
He can be rooted and slowed as well, so sticky pots as well would be very good. And of course, if you root him, then you just wait for it to end and then fling him, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you can still combo off him, right? You can set things up because you do have the snare charge, the harpoon root. There's a lot of things. Jim Dick can make it down here. Actually, they're gonna look at the tank. I didn't even know. He's so low.
Has the crush charge defensively. Useless. Finds a nice little angle to put pressure on Zero, but he just steps inside that Judy for the bomb. Doesn't even bother to iframe it because he knows he can just step inside the Judy and shrug it off. Does take a bit of damage this time, and the res pop comes out, but
little misplay from Volnazera. He could have just nuked Jim Dick Man down, but he auto attacked him to proc the cleric rope the last second. Little misplay.
There's a slight timing. You try and get the read, right? You generally know when they're going to pop the cleric, and you just try and stop that damage. This time, Volnazera, he's going to get his cleric off, taking some pressure. It's still only a 1 cap, so Reds, they're not out of this yet by any stretch. The start was rough, but they're 1 kill away from a rotation of their own. Dimitri though has to be a bit careful. His Mart Lock's going to proc off of this most likely. There goes the cape. He's got the Judy as well now, but he's going to be struggling for defensives, and they find Zero in this absolute brawl. And yeah, the others are not in great shape. Lasagna Man, He's popping his res pot and stepping forward. He wants the interrupt.
It's 25 points if they stop Jim Command, so that's really nice to get after
Useless
having
is going to
6.
sunder him, though. This might cost Lasagna Man his life. Like, it probably should. No,
Pawn and sack. Remember,
wow,
Forsaken does play C2.
actually
Oh, rolled in place
up.
predicting the fling as well, but Cyrex held it. This could be bad for Forsaken.
Yeah, he's tried to get the read. That's a really quick purge as well onto him. Forsaken in a lot of trouble.
Still
More lag,
diving.
and he does have pawn. He rolls. Cyrex has no energy. Cyrex can't harpoon or fling. He's completely out of
Sticky pawn on him as well, though.
What a
Anti-heal
horrible time to be out of energy for Cyrex, though. Like, not a
Purge on the pawn again. He's dead.
They got him. They got him.
They trade Jim Command, but Red Team still has a healer.
Yeah, and they did lose that rotation and the 25, but they should be able to bring down Lasagna Man potentially. They have to be careful because all of the DPS are willing to still play. That auto will do the job. Remember, Lasagna Man, no mark lock. Dimitri wants that loot. Dimitri's hoovering that up
good
straight
loot.
away.
It's a lethal. Everyone's in 8-3 excellent, right?
8-3 sets decked to the 9s. You love to see it. You love to see it. Any 8-4 in there? 8-4 capes, by the way, on a few people. Good to see. Although a lot of people prefer the 8-3 masterpiece cape just because you can guarantee it anyway,
The
right?
scaling, yeah.
You can't mastercraft an 8-4 the same way.
So blue is able to hold their tent cap here, which is going to help.
Yeah,
knock it clear out for
impressive.
50s. So that's really good.
One thing I love about these high level teams as well, like they lose their healer, but everybody who's still full HP and has defensives will keep fighting, right? It's not immediately run to 10. And it never like it never fails to shock me how good these guys are. Like how long these guys can stay alive without a healer, right? That will never not shock me, honestly. They're just like, it's crazy. Oh, I need to buy 60 seconds with no healer on a cap? I got this, don't worry. Then they just do it, don't they? Oh, useless. Bit of pressure from Ains now. Mortal Agony comes out with the pawn into the Judy, and he's actually stepping forward here onto Forsaken. He's got Cleric. Useless is in a bit of trouble. Forsaken trying to go a different way. Now Volnazera's rolling in. This is like dive on dive. It's dive on dive.
Useless.
They have to get Forsaken now. Otherwise they're done because they just lost their crossbow. And Jim Addicted Man, he's going to be next.
Well.
Now there's not enough damage left to kill Forsaken, and that's possibly going to be game because Googly will just get picked apart with no counter pressure.
Right? So this guy will die. That'll bring you to 39, but there's 2 minutes left in the rotation. So red team
but
is going to be down all the
cap.
caps, but they only need to get 1. All they need is 1 to stay in it though on the next rotation. They could come back out.
I respect your optimism, I guess.
They only need 1. I mean, only needing 1 is worth going out versus you need to go get both caps in 2 minutes, right? That's crazy.
Okay. I mean, yeah, true. But this is CLC winners with a 3 cap advantage, who are willing to die for every point, right? And every match. So it's a nigh on impossible task, and if they pull this one back, Kazik, I will take off my own headset and I will eat it. There you go. That is how confident I am of this
So if they
result.
win, all right, I'd like to see that stream.
I will eat my own headset.
They only have a minute and a half though, and it's already not looking too good for them, as Useless is already in a terrible spot here.
And yeah, so not only do they need to win this fight, they then need to break away and get the caps. 1 kill won't be enough, generally, simply because these guys are experts at the macro game, playing the caps. Googly rooted in place again for that elevated nature. I mean, he's getting it on everybody, which is good. But you can just see the momentum, right? You can just see the difference in pressure simply because of this this healer that is able to maintain stacks better than the Blight Staff. Like, look at the stacks on red right now. Literally, no one in the front line has stacks because he's spending time casting elevated nature. Jim Addicted Man has stacks, but the entire push forward didn't have stacks, and they're running after people that do have stacks, and then they just get turned on. Again, Jim Addicted Man taken down. Cyrex might be next. They really want to get 0-1 for the road. Maybe just trying to grab an 8-3 set right now.
Yeah, it's just kill whoever you can get at this point. Game is definitely over. I think that if you're afraid to play one-hand nature against better tanks who will just interrupt your E's constantly, I mean, Blight's, it's not a bad choice, right? Maybe you could try Druidic, right? Forsaken is trying it out here. But yeah. I don't think that Blight staff looked too good there. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, like, it's the things I've said. It's exactly the things I've said, right? Those are my main gripes. The elevated nature output is weak unless it's amped by a Judy or a Pawn. And that it's the same as why healers don't run Ice Block, right? Because anytime that you're not managing your stack, stuff like that is a bad time.
So Dorentin is still going on in one. 96 to 51. They just got 2 kills. 7 to 4.
Holy buddy. So this is a non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal. So the gear looks the exact same as a lethal, obviously, since it's a level 8. But yeah, this is non-lethal.
Okay. Let's see if they can pull this one out. Dorentin and Karjan. Karjan and Dorentin are both, like, these teams. We've seen both of these teams bouncing between lethal and non-lethal, which is, you know, I think it's a nice way to be, right?
Which is funny because if either team just played in the level 8, they would have gotten a free no-show win.
No, not necessarily. A team would have got a free no-show.
Yeah, maybe.
One of them might have got Lasagna Man.
Man, 12 minutes in, Boogaloo is still dead. He's been dead since after I got here. That's such a long death timer. Red team going to get their 10 cap back, so Blue won't win in this rotation. So there's going to be at least 3 minutes left of play, but it's a little bit of an uphill battle.
I think it's worth discussing as well, by the way. I think it's worth discussing the fact that a lot of these guys would rather a fight than a no-show. So there is a chance that they all speak to each other and they try and balance it out so that everyone gets a match, right? Because I know most players at this level want to fight, right? Yeah. They're not here for no-shows, which I respect. I massively
almost certainly both of these teams will be in the CLC anyway, right? So it's just a matter of, getting the good practice before then. I like how both teams are playing Ironclad. They're also both playing one-hand nature. This could be a cap if Retro has Hurricane. They might snake this.
Oh, he's
that's so bad.
He's grabbed it, and that's not what you should see.
It's going to be a
level,
panic dive onto Zakata now, right? They're going to try to get something out of it. Harpoon, everything should be down.
He's pawn inside the Judy as well, though.
They canceled the Z, so...
Yeah, but he's pawned inside the Judy. Like, you're not going to do any damage to him at that point.
But that Circle of Life didn't heal anyone else, so there's still
but they were focusing Zakata. They were focusing Zakata anyway, so he didn't need... no one else was under pressure. Ooh, a bit of a Helmet of Valor. Okay. Purifying Smoke coming down on top.
I like it.
I like it.
You don't have to be in range for the Fiend Cowl purge, right? It's a little different.
I mean, it's the fact that it's a cleanse as well, right?
Yeah, it's both, right? And because it's both, it's on a longer cooldown than just the purge, but it's by barely anything. It is still a skill shot though, so you still have to land it, but...
Big push now. Red in a bit of trouble. They grab that rotation though. So 69 to 44. 11 minutes left on the clock. 11:50 to be precise. And Blue's going to go back, and they should be able to grab this. Karjan's going to swap himself in. Hurricane from Dorentin, both playing Ironclad. Any interrupt, Holy Buddy finds the deadly shot. And actually, while pushing for that, they grab their home cap. So that was a sweeping bolt from Holy Buddy. There you go. Sweeping bolt and deadly shot have a very similar animation. It's your favorite, the heavy crossbow. Elitan, horrible spot for him. Did he? Oh, he just put that harpoon back in.
Honestly, it looked like he was like standing still for a second.
Yeah, he could have been picked off there. And he's actually running. He is running the Ava cape on.
I think it's really
good. Glaive. Yeah, I mean, well, people are running it. So, Sugiro,
crazy. Yeah, he walked forward in that cleric at half to kill Sugiro, knowing his healer had him. That was good.
Explosion, the damage debuff, as well as the damage coming out from Elitan's cape there. Annoying the output. They're looking for Babel though. Remember, they got that sweeping bolt here with the heavy crossbow, so the reach for the finishers is very, very good. Oh, look at that from
Takada's
Sakata.
keeping Duranton away. I mean, if Red Team gets 2 kills,
mate.
all Red Team
Montage
needs is 2
plays.
more kills, and then the 50 tick. They win off of that. Oh,
Kajin is...
So this is a 4v5 for blue, right? So red really should have gotten top cap in this or another kill. It's kind of bored that they haven't been able to.
Yeah. I mean, especially with that momentum they had.
Yeah, and
Like,
Sagiro's back now.
Yeah. And, you know, he did. I mean, if I was Sagiro, I probably would have started wandering to the east cap. There could have been a nasty timing.
I don't think he would have been there in time for the rotation, though.
Well, I mean, if he's got an occult and run.
Yeah, he needed a occult sap and the move speed.
Yeah, because I don't think they had an eye on it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been
Takada. They're gonna go for Holy Buddy instead.
Blue
Team's on the cap as well. Karjin has to go stop it.
Yeah, he's gonna get the interrupt, but how long can he stick it? His DPS is way behind right now. Sakata getting zoned by this Ironclad. Now they're all gonna pull back. They're actually gonna pull Karjin back in. Down goes the Judy though, and again Sakata coming in with this robe of purity. He's actually like he's making plays with this purity. Like, and it's obviously it's an instant pickup when you see an Ironclad tank, right? You need that purity to prevent these annoying displacement plays.
That was a really good roll. Rolls forward to get the sack onto Holy Buddy to make sure his team can still trade. They have the momentum now. A minute and a half to the rotation.
Holy Buddy's like past them. Like he is past them. Sakata's gonna roll. Oh, he's got bombed after the roll, but the pawn and he sidesteps.
But now he's nowhere near Holy Buddy, who's won. Holy Buddy rolls back, but I don't think there's sack. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, great smoke as well, just to stop any hots, any sort of saves. Blue, it was looking sketchy. It looked like red was coming back, but now blue is in the driving seat. 1 cap apiece, and red is probably going to be forced to play this cap, right? They can't just run away and give up top cap because they're essentially giving up the game at that point. They'll be put down to like 3
points. Yeah. 2 points actually if blue team gets top cap right now. Yeah.
37.
It's a 35 tick. Yeah.
That's 25. 2-1, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Sorry, it would be 2-1. I just
2-0.
Yeah, you're right.
Bubel. Respot into the circle just about, and again Duranton with those knockbacks, just like
they have a lot of pressure.
Saving people so hard with this. It's still nobody grabs that cap. Both teams have made a kill and failed to secure the cap.
What did they just do to Duranton? All the CC trying to let Red get the cap, and he's gonna get it.
He's getting it. On rotation as well.
Nice 25 tick, yeah. They just have to live this fight now.
Holy Buddy, he's going to get out of there. There's the pullback onto Renton. Stop the secure. And now Red comes into the fight from above. Starts blasting into Elitan. Of course, Elitan only, like, his only defensive is his potion, really. And I guess his roll. Boo Boo steps up. They're looking. There's the roll out, though, from the bow. Boo Boo now. More agony connects onto him. Sakata with the purity. Smoke comes down. They get it. 3 of them stacked up. Huge damage. Karjin with the hurricane trying to mitigate some of it. Boo Boo gets the pawn. Circle goes down. They should be able to stabilize. And they grab that rotation. Red has now taken the lead. Remember, when we joined this, blue was a fair bit ahead. Red now in the lead. But it's 1 cap to blue. And both caps up for grabs that red owns. They have now reset. Boo Boo stepping up. He is sticking in this fight. He needs something from Sakata, but Sakata's just getting chain controlled. And actually, if you saw that from Duranton cartwheeled him behind the pillar to break his line of sight. Like he couldn't hop because he had no line of sight to the target. That was very, very smoothly done.
It's now going to be a triple cap. And this is really bad because now red team has to get 2 caps to not lose in 80 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is hard to get in 1:20.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very awkward, right? Like, I mean, they get 1 cap and that'll leave them on 5 points, I suppose. But
yeah,
it's a horrible spot. They might get the healer. They might get the healer hit once that red spot ends. If that red spot ends, Holy Buddy Cleric, he's going in for it. He's all in. He's gonna die for it, possibly. No, they break off. Or if they insta purge there.
Somebody's on cap.
Insta purge there. That was it.
Bubel doesn't interrupt this. He's gonna roll for it. There's no stop. He could die for this though, if we keep the healer away.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not.
Ooh, nice little control onto Red. I like this into Renton. Like, the bow is essential to the kill, right? Like, they're not killing much without the bow hitting it at least a few times. He knows if he just keeps them zoned out, they're not going to find that kill they're looking for. Now, Red. And the Renton, these Helmet of
so
Valor
good.
smokes, catching two again.
Bro, Sugiro's behind Red.
Oh no, Red's like, why is there a bow
He's dead.
in
Oh, the cleric.
my bumhole? And
And they lose now, though.
curtains. Yeah, there's no hope now. Even a full team wipe not get them there right now, would it?
Yeah, unfortunate, man.
Great
Really
match,
good
though.
game. Yeah, really sick match. Really sick match there.
Absolutely.
11 to 5,
really
and I mean, it
awesome.
was that close. The damage was even. The healing, a little bit more from blue team, but I mean, pretty even on everything, right? That was good all
Yeah.
around.
Like that's exactly the sort of match you want to see at this level, right? Like, perfection. For me, that was absolute perfection. Like, back and forth, could have gone